Hey everyone, my name is Gavin. Welcome back to another video. This video is a part of my MCAT series where I just make videos just tracking my progression towards taking the MCAT. This video is a debrief of my first practice full-length exam. I took it 2 days ago on Saturday and just wanted to go through pretty much how I felt about it and where I'm going from here. So I took the Blueprint full length exam number one, so it's actually free. So shout out to Blueprint. Um, and my initial thoughts about it are, yeah, that's pretty much my reaction. It's just like, okay. I've noticed a few things throughout my exam that I want to correct and critique. The first one being my setup of actually taking the exam. Prior to this exam, I've done all my prep on this 13-inch laptop here, and here I was taking the exam on my 28-inch monitor right behind me, and it's curved, no flats, but um, as a result, it threw me off pretty hard. I felt like I was reading text slower because everything was so enlarged. Yeah, and it just felt like I just couldn't package information and understand stuff as quickly because everything was just so big on the screen. I don't know, it was strange. Another thing is that I was in my office chair, which it's a little comfy, but it also sinks a lot. So I was pretty distracted with my seat a little bit throughout. But those are like miscellaneous things. The actual exam itself, I'll go through each section. The Chem Phys section, I was surprised at how much the passages were important. For those that know, the UWorld Q banks are very helpful and important because they focus on content-based passages and obviously discrete questions. But this blueprint exam, like over half of the questions, you did not need any content. You just needed a somewhat decent understanding of the concept and the passage. Um, and it threw me off pretty hard. I felt like I was trying to solve questions that I thought needed my own knowledge when, to be honest, it was in the passage. So that was my first thing, is I did not read the passages too well for Chem Phys. But nonetheless, there was a lot of lengthy like calculations and everything like that, and that threw me off too, because I feel like I was making poor judgments on my like roundings and everything. And the answer that I guessed was correct, but to be honest, I didn't definitely know that answer. So it was a little interesting to see. But yeah, the second session was cars, and I hated it. It was awful. From the diagnostic and the blueprint, full length number one, blueprint cars just sucks. It is honestly way harder than the Jack Weston passages, and it threw me off because my score was way off than what I usually do on the Jack Weston stuff. And I was looking it up, and Blueprint is supposed to be harder, but I didn't realize that it'd be that much harder. I don't know. It was strange. Um, but yeah, back to what I was saying earlier, that I just felt very inconsistent throughout that entire session. I had no sense of pacing. The first passage, I think I glanced, it took me 11 or so minutes, and I'm usually averaging about 7.5. And I don't know, I was just very thrown off. I feel like I couldn't read the passages quickly and clearly. I feel like I was having to reread stuff all the time. And I felt very just like almost in a haze. Like I was all over the place in my mind, so I was just like blank. And it affected me pretty hard. But what was strange is that I finished all the passages with like 3 to 4 minutes to go. So it just showed that some passages I just flew through, and others it took me forever. So I had no sense of pacing. So that was kind of a bummer to feel. I couldn't really tell if it was because I wasn't used to doing more than one passage like back to back to back, because I feel like I was really able to kind of reset my mind and focus on the new author and everything. But man, it was rough. It was a beat down for sure. But yeah, that section, the bio and biochem section was honestly not that bad. A lot of the questions I missed was because I just couldn't really apply stuff in the passage to like future what if questions. The questions were like suppose this happens, then what would happen? I feel like always when I feel like I did miss a lot of those questions. A lot of it too is like just wasn't reading the passage, and that was kind of a bummer. But other than that, it was really not that bad. Last section, site soc. It's not that bad, guys. A lot was just me not knowing the content because I'm on the first chunk still, or like the first half of the Pain Cow material, and I feel like UWorld and this was focused on the second half. So tying tying in a lot of um, concepts from sociology and like bigger picture ideas instead of like functions of the brain and like different theories, which there were some theory questions, but that kind of threw me off. I was like, man, I feel like I should just skip to the second half of Pancow and that's it. But other than that, uh, Pancow and Side Soch is just if you know it or not. So a lot of the passage helped. And that was one thing too, is that half of the questions I missed were because I didn't read the passage well enough. Like I finished the Side Soch session with like half an hour left. I was like, dang, I was averaging like 40 seconds a question. I was like, bro, I need to slow down. And my score reflected that. So, although I got my goal score for that practice exam, definitely not my goal score. I will say I was a little bit disappointed in my really effort to get the right answer. I feel like when I was confused, I kind of just went into a little short spiral and just chose an answer that sounded good to me instead of just like taking a step back and going back to the passage. Because I reviewed the exam yesterday on Sunday, and yeah, I feel like I could have gotten a lot of questions correct. So what now? I made a Anki deck from the concepts and everything I missed from this first full length, so I'm going to keep doing that. Today's my off day, so my Mondays are off days for now, unless I feel like I should change it. So I'm just doing Anki today, and the other stuff in my life besides MCAT. So, but my goal is one day this week I'm going to sit down and practice a lot of physics questions. I feel like that's my main thing I need to log down is just rationalizing through those concepts and applying equations. I feel like I'm just memorizing random equations, but I'm not really doing too good at applying them. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah, I will take the blueprint number two full length on this upcoming Saturday. So yeah, guys, hope you guys have a good week. I'll also be doing UWorld uh, tomorrow through Friday. So UWorld 4 days a week. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that this is a reality check for some of y'all too that are doing this stuff, knowing that you're not alone. My number one tip is to not go on r/MCAT and look up Blueprint full length number one because I was comparing myself a lot and it sucked. I feel like I'm just a little bit below everyone else right now. I feel like I'm not a competitive applicant, and I don't want to be a competitive applicant because I know that in the future a lot of you guys will be physicians alongside me. So I'm trying to keep that in my mind. Trying to be supportive of everyone. Give myself a little bit of grace. So thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow.